Yeah. Hi, Penny.
Hi, Dorothy.
Hi, guys. We're getting it together and we will get it here in a minute. Please bear with us. Hi, Penny. How are you?
I am doing good. How are you doing?
Doing good. Hopefully, the lag won't be too bad tonight.
You can see all my mess.
That's cute. Is your rose upside down or is that me?
Probably is.
Yeah.
How's that?
Oh, there it is. That's perfect.
I made these last night on my live. So I was just setting them here to look pretty.
Oh, did you? Cool. So we'll give everybody a couple minutes to come in.
Yeah, the lag don't seem so bad tonight.
I know. As soon as I talk, I can hear it come back through and hear you, which is nice. So give everybody a couple minutes.
Sure. It's all right. I'm still getting set up, so it's all good.
This is what I've been doing for my recipe journal. I don't know if you've seen those today or not.
I didn't get to see that yet. I know you started that yesterday, and I was busy getting ready for mine.
I love that one. I love the one with the little pig.
Oh, them are cute.
It's like vintage 1950s. I love it.
Where did you get that stuff?
This is a digital scrapbook kit. Now, you can't make it to sell, but you can use it for your personal use. And if you go to, it's like Snap, Click, something. It's in the description box.
Oh, okay. I'll have to take a look.
And it's called Cartabella. It's like $13. $13.99 maybe. You get this massive kit with all these papers and I mean just tons of ephemera.
Wow. Them are beautiful.
So if you're out there, put a shout out in the comments. Say hi.
Uh-oh.
Thank you. Okay, Penny, you want me to go ahead and get started, or you want to start? How you want to do it? Which way you want to go?
No, you can go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pop me up then.
Okay.
Hey guys. So I'm doing the magazine thing. So I covered one side of my page and sort of left the other blank so you could see. And what I'm doing, I'm actually using Janet Marsh's Nature Diary pages to cover my pages today. And we're going to be dealing with book pages, things that you can do with book pages. So I have a couple little things we're going to be doing. So I'm going to ink up my page here. Sorry, I was getting my paper all up and ready. I'm just going to ink it up before I glue it in. Sorry if you're hearing all kinds of sounds in the background.
Hi, Terry. Welcome.
Hi, Terry. Haven't seen you for a while. It's so nice to see you. Okay, and then I'm gonna glue my page in here. And I'm going to use just glue stick to get it on here. And then I'm going to put art glitter glue around the edges just to make sure it's a little bit more secure. And that's pretty much going to be what I'm going to use for my background. Then I want to add, you know, all of my embellishments. So I got that. Let me get this in here and smooth it down. And that's a really good way. If you have really large book pages, like encyclopedia pages, things like that, maps, stuff like that, that you can cover these pages up really easy.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Okay, well, I need to leave them up. So I'm going to set my magazine to the side for a bit. And I'm... Hi, Elizabeth. Oh. Try to get it over here out of the way. So I'm taking my book pages, and they're just generic pages where I took this cover off of a book to use for a journal. And I'm going to use them. And I'm going to use my glue stick, and I just sort of go across the middle. And then I do some art glitter glue around the edges, just because I do want it to make sure it's sort of secure. So I just do a little, but where I'm not wasting a lot. And then I try to flip them because it has this like unperfect edge over here. And then I'm just going to layer these. And then I'm going to add another page.
Hi, Trisha.
And it goes by pretty fast. It doesn't take a long time. Uh-oh, Catherine's in the house. Trisha's in the house.
Hi, Catherine.
And then I just sort of keep moving them around. And then every once in a while, I will put one on, like if I find like these are stuck together pretty well. So I'll just glue these together like this and put them in the center just to sort of build that center up too. And you could use school glue or whatever. If you're going to use school glue, you definitely want to let it set up overnight. So I'm going to keep gluing these and just layering them up. And every once in a while, I do one straight. And then I'll start teetering them up again. Basically just creating this uneven pile.
You guys, I'm so sorry for my dog. He's in there barking at my husband, who's coming home.
How is
from
everybody
work.
doing as far as health-wise? Oh. And then again, I'm just going to, angle that on there. And you can use, any kind of glue you want to. I'm sorry about that banging with the glue stick. I don't know why. I think because I'm on this glass. And I don't use a specific amount when I do it. I just sort of do it till I feel like it's the height or the thickness that I want it to be. And let me see if that's where I think I'm going to do a couple more. When I get towards the back, then I'll do like 2 or 3 straight. And I'll just use glue stick on these because they'll sort of glue together. And you can do this with any size. I'm sorry that banging is aggravating, I know.
It's no more aggravating than my dog barking in the background, so it's all good. Now we're even.
And then I'm going to put these on, and I want to put the... And I'm going to do them straight and flat. Right like that. Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Just like that. Now let me put my items away here. Oh, sorry, Elizabeth. No, I'm getting ready to sew. I was trying to get the base set up. And I'm just using a cardboard box. Okay, so I'm going to turn to the page that I want to work on. I'm going to be working on this page. And I need my ruler, and I'm going to measure because I want to use this picture. So I'm going to use, that's 3.5 by 4.5. So I need a 3.5 by 4.5. So I'm going to come in 1/4 on each side. So we'll do 3 by 4 inches, which will be perfect. Oh, and here, I'll show you what I'm going to do. What we're going to do is we're going to be making our book page picture frame to adhere on our page, which you can do just as a photo frame around an image of like a picture of family or just whatever design you want to. And you can make them any size you want to. And like this one, I use this side and it works out great for the magazine because it like literally you could use it even for a pocket. And have that picture in the front. So I really like it. If you don't want to do the frame part, I don't know if you can see that thickness right there. That's why you build your pages up. Now, if you don't care having that frame and you want it flat and you just want to put your image on the front, you can do that. But I actually like having that texture of having it recessed. And then you can come in and put lace or flowers around it or however you want to. And then what I did is like this is the inside where I cut that out. Well, let me see if I can show it in here. It may stick right back in there. So you can see where that is right inside there. I just cut the sides off like I'm going to make a tag and then decorated it so you have sort of like a 3D thick tag. So let me set it to the side and we'll show you how to do this. So I sort of measure my page and figure out where my center is going to be. So these are 8. So I know that I need 3 by 4 inches. If hopefully I have pencil in my pencil. Let me use this one. Okay. So, okay, 4 is going to be my middle. So I know that that's going to go at 2 and this is going to go at 6. And then I come down with my ruler and sort of draw my line across. I don't know if I can figure out where I put it up here. There it is. And then I know I need it 3, and my pages are right almost a little, let's see, not quite, just a little bit less than 5.5. So, let's see, 2.5. So, all right, there's my middle, and I need 3. So let's see, 1. So I need to go about right here, and let's see. Let me move this over. It's easier to do it that way once you get that first line on there. There you go. Okay. What are you tearing, Penny?
Shh, I'll never tell. And what you have to remember when you're measuring this is I go by from the center point, which is why I try to put it straight, because these are all different sizes. So you have to watch, because if you go to line your ruler up, it may not be center on your page. So okay, and then I've got just a little bitty craft knife, and this is pretty easy. The thicker you make it, and I didn't make this one as thick as I did my other one. The thicker you make it, the more layers you're going to have to make sure that you cut through. Like this one, how thick it is. And then you're just going to take your craft knife and like, I've got a cardboard box under mine, so I can tell when I get to that depth. You sort of get that give the more you cut. And these work really great on the cover of journals. And you can sort of feature, like flowers if you're doing a floral or, whatever you want, or if you're doing book covers. Oh, here he goes again. Sorry.
Or if you're doing, it's okay. He don't know.
Yeah.
If you're doing like the inside cover and the back cover, you can actually glue them to where they're like an inch thick, and you can cut the hole out and actually have like a hidden hiding spot, and then put a cover page over with ties on the side. There.
Okay, and then you cut through, and then you got, well, I have, usually the corners may want to stick a little bit, so you just put that. But yeah, that cuts off just like that without any problem. And then like this I'm using as my bottom because it's got the pencil marks on it. So you need to make sure you know, sort of pay attention to that. And I'm weird, so I want my text to be facing up. So see, that's going to cover right over top our image and sort of create a frame. So let me move this to the side. And I can move my box out of the way. Then I go through and I ink it up, and I try to do, you know, don't just ink it one time, you know, and I sort of flip it on the back so you get different tones on different pages. So it looks, you have that appearance of having different boxes or different pages, not boxes. You know, each little box sort of, I don't know why I'm saying boxes. Each little page sort of creates a little frame that you can and I just sort of ink them up really well. And you can use different colored inks. And you know, I don't do right around the outside edges. So, you know, I can pull these down, and if I want to do one, you know, a little darker than the others, that way it does create different dimensions. Or, you know, you can curl some up, fold it down and curl it up like it, you know, as, and then I go all the way around, and then I go across the frame. Inking all of it. Well, thank you. And it's going to slip my mind despite the fact that I know what your name is, Book Vandal Shop, and it is just not registered. And I know what your name is because I watch you. And then I ink inside.
Dawn.
And this is really good if you have like an image on a page that you want, but you don't want. Dawn, yes. I'm sitting here going, oh, I know it starts with a D. It's just like my name. What is... I am so sorry about that. I would say it's Alzheimer's or something like that, but it really isn't. I'm just, every once in a while, it just doesn't register for me. And then I'm going to use some of the walnut stain, especially like around in the middle, because that's going to be where it's going to catch more dust. I mean, if we all know picture frames. So and then I just go around sort of some on the top, and you can actually use your ink pad if you want to.
We both hopped on it.
And my daughter's back here laughing.
Giggles!
Reading comments and laughing. And then, yeah, she's here too. And then again, I'm going to go on with some of the black around the edges just because I like the layered sort of vintage look. And then I'll take black just around a little bit around the edges. And especially if you have like some pages like where you notice it's not down where you've inked it. And you can go in and glue those down a little bit if you notice they're sticking up more than what you want them to. and it'll. Hi, Donna. We are actually, where did it go? We're making book page frames to add to our journal. So, and then the inside comes out. You cut the inside out. Well, it was a rectangle, but I cut it off and made it just a little decorated tag, but it's an extra thick tag. Yes, Elizabeth, she is a great help. And then I like spraying to distress mine. And you guys will bear with me. Oh, I don't know about clever, Donna. Just come up with the idea. But thank you. That's funny. And that's what we're doing today is we're doing different ideas to use with book pages. And hope everybody's staying safe. Healthy. I know it's crazy around here right now. And then like I sort of go through and just pat mine if it's not, you know, drying because sometimes it's too thick. And I'm just using an old baby wipe because I collect the colors on them and then use them for different stuff. And then I am going to go around on this end down here where I did that one. That's why I don't like using glue stick on some things, especially if you're going to add distress ink. You may have to go through and add a little ink, but it doesn't take a lot of time. And then you can sort of, you know, manipulate the pages how you want them, which I sort of like because then you can do it. And I'm converting a magazine in our sort of idea journals, and Penny is doing, Donna is using a journal for hers. If you haven't been with us the last couple weeks. And so we've been converting our magazines. Like that was.
Mom, you just called Penny Donna.
Oh, sorry, Penny. I was reading Donna's comment and talking to Penny. So we've been converting them, sort of making all our different ideas in there. So I have my frame now. And, you know, if like this one, I'm actually adhering to the page. The one I did earlier, I adhered the image behind it. So and I'll show you like, so like this one, I mean, it's glued to the page and then it actually becomes, you know, a piece of your ephemera on the page. Where this one with the image on the back, you could put it here and create a pocket or a tuck. Or, you know, you could put some jumpers on it and actually have a flip and put coffee dyed paper on the back and, you know, have a journaling spot too that opens up. Or like if you're doing on a cover, you could, you know, jump ring it on your cover and have a journaling spot that flips out on your cover and be able to decorate around it. So lots of little ideas. And then I had this leaf that I wanted to put right there. So and I just sort of, and it's actually been Mod Podged. It was, I don't know if you can tell where it's all see-through. And you just Mod Podge over top of it on parchment paper and let it dry. And it sort of is the skeleton of the leaf. Oh, okay. Elizabeth, I've seen those like that. Yeah, I like this because envelopes you can use for a lot of things, but we all have tons and tons of book pages sitting around. Okay, so I have that there on this page that I want to do. And then I'm going to grab my little square out. Let me set this to the side. And I'm just going to triangle cut my corners like we do for all of our and then ink it up. And then I like to take and ink over the whole area. And then ink your edges up because everything looks better with some vintage photo ink on it. Okay, and then I've got a whole box of different ephemera and things over here. So I was looking for something. I'm thinking what's maybe some mushrooms? No, I don't want mushrooms. I love mushrooms though. What a rogue. Maybe not. Let me see. Oh, I have this really cute fairy whisper. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. I don't know, where did I grab my hand sanitizer, please? Sorry, guys. Give me a second. We're hand sanitizing everything up now, whatever you touch me. Okay, Terry. Nope, I don't like that. That's too dark. Let's see. Let me go back in here with my little... You know what? Let's do... I have some little pink tickets that are really, really cute. Let me see if I can find one of them. Let me ink it up. And these tickets are Artie Mae's, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I think so. And then I got a doily over here I've been piecing up. Just cut off a piece of that. Grab my Fabri-Tac. So is everybody staying busy and crafting a lot, making a lot of things? Or are you like me and you just not quite getting as much done as you would like to? I seem like I'm, spend more time trying to get something done than I normally would. I'm going to grab my big bite. And then I have some scraps of cotton fabric over here. There's a piece of that, I think. You know, yes. That's what I've found, Dawn, is it does seem like that
I'm not that needy.
they're a little more underfoot than, oh, you know. She's not that needy. What? Yeah. Hi, Karen. Oh, binge watching. Awesome. I've been seeing all of your jelly plate designs. They're so beautiful. I need to play with mine some more. So I'm gonna put that fabric here. And then I found this actually little fabric rose that I had printed. So I think I'll trim down this side over here a little bit so it looks a little uneven. Roughed up a little bit. No one looks so new. But I actually printed this. I had bought a bed ruffle for the eyelet lace around the edges. And you have that big piece of material on the middle. And so I took freezer paper and the inside center of the bed ruffle that's real thin and ironed it onto freezer paper and then printed some ephemera on it. And it worked really great. And I mean, that's stuff you usually don't, you use for scraps or whatever. Oh, Donna, I'm sorry. And then put it upside down. That's really smart. Okay. Then I'm just going to go back under here and sort of add glue in between. Oh, Karen, no, that's not good. No falling.
I know how that feels.
My son is 18 and we've lived in our house that we live in now almost 8 years. And he was coming down the stairs the other day for the first time in 18 years or in 8 years that we've lived here and actually fell down the stairs. He was fine, but so I don't know what's in the air. Just maybe people bored and not paying attention, but and then I have this ribbon that's a sort of the peachy color in the rose because the rose is sort of pink and peach. And I have these. I don't know what these came off of, but they're all just sort of oddball little ends. And they're all just separated into there. So I'm going to trim this up.
He's just
Oh, yeah. Ha 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 ha, Elizabeth. Funny, funny, funny. When he gets sick, you would think he's a little girl stuck in a tower. I don't know what it is with men and boys, just don't handle sickness as well. Okay, I'm going to sort of trim this down a wee bit. That is funny though, Elizabeth. Let me come back in and darken this up at the top a little bit. Penny, are you bored over there?
No, not at all. I'm still.
And so now I have a tag that I can add on my other side when I put my pockets over there. Okay, Penny, are you ready? I'm going to ship it over to you.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, it's all you.
Well, hi there, ladies. Today, I'm going to show y'all how to make a couple of different things out of book pages as well. Of course, mine are not as extravagant as Dorothy's, because Dorothy has just went all out, and I didn't realize that she was going to go all out. So mine are going to be a little simpler. So one of the things I'm going to show you today is this little thing that you can hang from the top of your pages in your journal. Okay. So first off, I'm going to start with a book page. Any kind of book page will do. This one is kind of aged. Okay. And remember, I'm working out of a journal where she's working out of a magazine. Let me find us a blank page here. This will work. So this little gadget will hang up at the top of your page. Okay, like that. So you kind of want to measure it on how wide you would like it to be. So I think I want mine to be kind of between here and there. I think that would be a good width right there. And it would hang in the middle. It's not too close to the binding of the book and not too far out. So I think that will work. So let me trim that down. All right. There we go. Trim right along there. That gets rid of that one. And let's go ahead and trim this one. There. Lay the scraps over to the side. Now, we want to look and see how long we want it to be. And kind of an upside down envelope. So, yeah, I think I want it to be just a little shorter than that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trim it about right there. Okay. So there's that. Put things away so we got room to move over here. Okay. So I'll make sure we're in picture. Sorry about that. I'm moving the camera. All right. I'm going to get my Aleene's tacky glue here. And let's see, yeah. I'm going to go all the way down the sides with the glue on both sides. Real light. Just want enough for it to stick on there. We don't want it gushing. Okay. Actually still trimmed it kind of crooked. How do you trim things crooked when you use a paper trimmer? Isn't that silly? Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and notch these out. I'll notch it out about right there. Well, not quite in the middle of there. Looks like the paper trimmer did that one too. All right. And I think I can find my other foam. Go ahead and trim with my vintage photo. Okay, and I've already picked my side that's going to hang very visible in case anybody wants to read it. So the words will look correct. Let me go ahead and highlight these edges. Okay. Yes. And we're actually going to do both sides. Y'all are going to like this once it's done. It's really cute. There. So I'm glad to see that everybody is doing good. Nobody out there is ill. My family is doing good. And as you heard, my pup is doing good. He is very vocal, very protective of his family. All right, got that good and done. Okay, so from here, we kind of want to figure out where we want to hang this. So, and I think, let me look here if I do this right here. So I want to do it like right here and right here. And then I want to poke my holes all the way through. Think of that. Okay, so the holes are done. Okay, and then we're going to decorate this outside, and I've kind of chose to decorate it with an envelope. So I think we're going to do it kind of like this. Make sure we don't cover up your holes. That would be that. So I want to make sure I scoot it down plenty down there. Thank you. Okay, and see, I just made a simple fold up envelope, so not anything difficult. And then I want to kind of put something on that envelope because it just kind of looks plain. So let's see what we got here. Maybe we want to add some color. Oh, these things never stick for me, so I might as well glue them down. Right there. Oops. There. And there. Go ahead and put it here. Here. Oops, can't hold that one. Here, let me. Thin them out a little bit. All right, y'all stick there. Okay. Let's see. Maybe I want to use one of these little flowers off of here. All right, just trimming this up a little bit. There we go. So let's put that over on this side. I think we'll put it about right there. Okay. Now, we're going to flip it this way because it's going to be in your book from here. So you're going to flip it up. So this is how you're going to be looking at it. It's just like this. And we want it to lay flat. So you don't want anything too bulky. Let me see what I can find. Maybe. Let's use some of these. Got a whole bunch of these. I got the ones that I use and the ones I don't use. Let's use one with a little color. Yeah, let's use that one. And that would look kind of cool. Okay, that'll be good. Maybe we want to put a little piece of lace back there, just a little bit to dress it up. Let me check, make sure it's not too bulky. Oh no, I think that'll do good. Go ahead and get these done. Bye, Dawn. This one actually had already been done a little bit, so that's okay. Okay, so we're gonna glue our lace down here. So put it kind of like in the middle right there. Let's see, like that. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to lay it across here. Yes, they are, Donna. All different kinds of tickets. I love them. Okay, and this one, I'm going to stick it like there. And then numbers are cool, so we got to add a number. I'll stick it right there. Okay. Make sure I didn't cover up no holes. No, I think the material got in a little bit of the way, but that's not too bad. Oh, it scared me. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah. I just knew I was going to turn around because the last one I did, I'll have to show you after I finish this one. The last one I did, when you flipped it up, the stuff was facing the other direction, and that's not how you want to do it. So you got to be real careful not to do that. I think I want something here. I don't know what. Let me see. Maybe a sequin? No. Too flashy. How about a flower? No, we already got a flower over there. Well, maybe for now we'll leave it. Okay, so for this, at this point, you're going to take paper clips. The same color, but apparently I did not. Oh, here's two pink ones. I wanted green, but that's okay. Okay, and let me get my journal. Scoot this over. Find my page we're going to use here. Okay, so I'm going to lay this up here where I'm going to use this. And trying to think because I don't want to poke holes all through the book. So let me hold this and poke holes. I'm going to poke holes in my fingers instead. So, okay, now I'm going to scoot this down just a little bit because we don't want it right there on the edge. Okay, so there's one. And let me do the other one. Oh, I know why it took a bit to go through because of that lace on the other side. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so then you're going to take, I've got color coded ones, and you can use any color that you want. You're going to stick it through your little holes here. And get it lined up so I can do both of them pretty much at the same time. Makes it a lot easier. Okay, and then we're going to stick it through the paper. Stick it through the paper. It's going to go around. Hold on, buddy. There we go. See, I ended up tearing it, so you got to be real careful. Okay, let's see if I can do this side too. Might be better to loosen up this one too. Oh yeah, see, I did it without tearing it. Learn something new every day. Okay, so bend your paper clip back into shape. And back into shape over here. Okay, and then we can slide it down. Okay, ooh, what did I do? Let me see what I did. Hold on. I think I may have done the holes too low. Okay, but y'all get the gist here. Okay, so it flips up. Make the holes a little bit bigger. I shouldn't have made them in so far. Probably should have reinforced them there. There we go. Okay, so it flips up like that. And what did I do with my... Thought I had more tickets to go in there, but okay. Let me get back in my bag here. Let me grab the edges on this. Okay, and then you can stick this in there, and it hangs on your page. Paper clips need a little work. Doing exactly right. You can also do it with wire. There. So it's like a flip, or similar to a flip, made out of book pages. Now let me show you my other one that I did. Okay, now this one, and I did pick this up from G. Kerr. Okay, the original idea came from her, so y'all can see that. This is out of my idea book. Okay, and it flips up, and where up here, instead of using the paper clips, I used wire. So you could do that. I've seen them done with jump rings. You could do that, or the little gold rings. So, or little wire rings. But see here, it's upside down. Yeah, don't do that. You got to remember, it's got to face you here, and then when you flip it, it's got to face down here as well. Okay. All right, that's my first one. So I'm going to send you back to Dorothy.
Okay, we're back, yay. So what I'm doing, and I've been working on it, again, I'm trying to use, I have tons of like just these little book pages. They just gather and everything else. So again, I am gluing 2 together because I just like the thickness, especially if I'm doing a main support. It's one thing if you're doing it as, you know, the little inside. You know, if I'm doing like an envelope or something like that, I like to sort of double up on them because I want that backup. The backup, yep. So I'm just layering these. Okay, so you need 3 of like whatever your big size is. So I just put 2 pages together and set them to the side. And then I need 1 of the same page, but you're going to fold it in half. So I'm just going to glue around the edges and then fold it over. That'll work out. And I don't really care what's on them because once you ink and all that, it'll cover up most of that. And I go sort of to the edge, not all the way to the edge though, because I like how those pages sort of flip up on the edge. I think it creates more interest and texture. So it works for me. Again, if that's something that bothers you. And then I'm going to ink up around the outside edges because everything's better with ink. And then I'm going to use, it's always better with ink. And then this page, actually need to ink both sides of one of the big pages. Is everybody still hanging in there? Excuse me. And make sure the one you do both sides on, you sort of set it to the side so you don't get it mixed up with the other ones. Or you do like me and you have to end up re-inking the page of the other one because you glue it in the wrong place, because I've done that too. And I sort of roughly ink around. I don't want it just flat. I sort of rough it around. Lainey, you got a question about your gel pens?
No, I haven't. I haven't touched them since we did last time, but I want to a lot more.
She's been doing some other little projects and things. So, okay.
It's a,
I'm going to go ahead and cover my glue up.
it's
Then I always make sure that mine are pointed up to the right direction because it drives me crazy if they're not. I don't know why. That's just me. Yes, Catherine, it is quiet tonight. Grab my big black circle punch out there. Okay.
you want a circle punch?
Okay, and then this is a 1/4 inch circle, and I actually went in and marked mine. I don't know if you can see because these didn't have any markings, and I marked half all the way around. So if I want to do a side punch or just so I can and I'm going to ink up inside my circle. And then I also want to come down here and do one. You know, Elizabeth, it drives me crazy because you try to do it even and you end up getting one side crooked. And I've repunched so many times that I was like, forget it. Okay. Now, I'm going to go on this side because I like how this ruffled edge is over here. You can do either side. And I'm just going to go in up probably about 1/2 inch. And, or, I mean, you could technically use your scoreboard if you want to, but I'm not going to get mine out to do one little line. And then you're going to fold it back. So I sort of do mine both ways. Okay, then I am going to go in and re-ink along that line because everything's better with ink. Oh, you're welcome, Catherine. Okay, so I have just my little like 1/2 inch there, and I'm going to pull the one, not the one that has the punch. Oh yeah, I do that too, Elizabeth. At the last minute you decide you want to add it. It drives me crazy when I do that. Okay, and then I'm going to put a little glue along here, which probably didn't look like a little. And I'm going to line it up I have to turn it this way to line it up, guys. Sorry if that looks wonky to you. And you can do this 2 different ways. You can do it like I'm doing if you want to create sort of like a floating one, and you don't want to attach it to your page. Then you want to put it inside, or if you just don't want it to show. If you're going to attach like the back of it to a page, you can take that and put it in the back and just glue it down. That's sort of up to you. Okay, and then I'm going to take this one, and I like inking on the bottom because I think it's easier to get it right around the edge. And I'm just sort of throwing some ink on here. Sorry, I have to stop because I can't think and put that on there at the same time. It's too much for me. And then I'm just going to line my page up. And remember, if you have, you know, like a little bit of page hanging out, you have to sort of adjust to what you need it to be. And I put it back so it's just a little bit away from that fold line. And it doesn't have to be exact. You know, if it, you know, like this looks crooked here, it looks tilted down because this one back here was higher. I like that sort of rough look, especially if I'm going with a style like I did earlier with the frame. Okay. Then I'm going to grab this one and I'm going to glue around all 3 sides. And then I'm going to line it up and put it on there, which is going to create like an inside pocket. So then you end up, you know, with this, you're going to have this pocket up here that's going to be the full length. And then you have this one. So that creates that. Then I sort of like putting my little flap on the inside because then when I adhere this, it's going to be even. It's not really going to have that like wonky lopsided, you know, where you have that double thickness there. Okay, so then I am going to come in and sort of ink around the edges, just sort of creating like a vignette of sorts. And I mean, I can even go in the middle some if you want to. It's not something you have to do. And you could, you know, do the water and everything like I did there. But I'm going to do that. And I do think I'm going to glue mine down. So you're going to go right around the edge. If you don't want to use glue on these, if you have score tape or, you know, any kind of double-sided adhesive that, you know, is really permanent, because obviously if you're putting it in your journal, you don't want it to, you know, come back up. I mean, we've all, if you've scrapbooked, you know, had something that's 20 years old and that ends up coming up. So, and I'm going to put this down in the corner, just, you know, maybe 1/4 inch away from the base of my page, just because I don't want it in that fold to get all crazy. Which is why when I picked this background page, you know, I had the image over here, but this was just words. And that these pages were from Janet Marsh's Nature Diary or Nature Journal. I don't know if I said that earlier. Okay. So we have that. So back here in the back pocket, I want to sort of do an envelope and I want it to stick up. So I am going to just use coffee dyed paper in there, just if I want to pull it out later. You know, I don't know for sure what I want to add on it yet. So I'm going to put it inside my envelope. But to create my envelope, I just took one of the pages, and I love this because it has all of the gorgeous pink and stuff on it. Well, it's upside down, but like that. So I just sort of take it and fold it about, a third of the way up. Well, maybe, I don't know, a little bit more than a third. I'm not sure. Let me see. Let me measure. That'd be the easier way to tell you. I just do it without looking now. Okay, so this is a little bit larger than 10 and a half. 10 and 5/8. So I fold it at 4 1/4, and then again at 8 1/2. So if that helps you. And then I'm just going to put some glue along here. And I'm going to put some glue along here. And I mean, that's pretty simple. I mean, there's not a lot to that. And then fold it up and burnish it. And that creates my sides. And there we go. Is Catherine not on tonight? Catherine, you're supposed to be reminding me of inking if you're here. Oh, yep, I could have glued down the short side. Yes, you could do that too.
I do see Catherine is here. I do remember. Yeah, I see Catherine. I think that's her. Her.
Well, I was talking about Catherine Richards. She always reminds me to ink. She's my ink girl.
Seeing Catherine's. So sweet.
And then, you know, I'm just going to go around and ink up my folds. You know, add that deliciousness to it.
There's 3 Catherines. There's Catherine.
Yeah, Catherine Richards is usually on.
There's Catherine Christine. And there's her.
Oh, or that was that Karen.
That's Catherine, remember? Because I kept calling her Catherine Christine.
I don't know. There's several different Catherines that. No, Catherine Hawks. It was not you. It was Catherine Richards. Slacking again. You got Elena laughing. Doesn't take much. She has the giggle. You know what? I think I want to curve my corners on this. So let me get my corner around her. Which, I mean, I'm glad she could be a not so happy child. So we're not going to complain.
You do a lot of complaining then.
You did that. And then hopefully I didn't ink too far out and this will fit right in. If not, I may have to, nope, got to adjust a little bit. Nope, you're right where you need to be, Catherine. And again, I'm just sticking this in here because I haven't decided exactly what I want to put on there. You know, if I want to paint it or spray it, and I need to cut it off a little bit more. I'll take it in there. I probably will spray it. I won't spray it right now. I'll use one of our acrylic inks. Like I have a green that would look really pretty with this, and the pink probably both. And then that will. What are you laughing at, Penny?
I'm laughing at what she said.
And that'll slide right down in there. So there is that.
Maybe all the Catherines should have the job of telling you to ink it.
You know, maybe if all Catherines did it, I would actually get it. Then I have my big thick one from over there. Then I actually think I want to put this here and sort of cover up that 3. I think that would look cute.
Troublemaker, troublemaker,
I
troublemaker.
don't know. Should I put it there? Yes, she is, isn't she? I think I like that there. And I want to come back to this mushroom because I love how natural it looks. I just like that. And I have a butterfly one that's in that burgundy too. So I think I'll do all those red tones in there.
Oh, you avoided capturing.
You got this thing about mushrooms tonight, Dorothy.
And with I know. There you go, Elizabeth.
mushrooms.
You guys are so funny. I think it's because it's spring, Penny, and they're starting to find mushrooms down here where we're at. So I have that whole craving for mushrooms going on.
Oh, I see.
Well, we were starting to find mushrooms. But then it dropped down to like 20 degrees on us. So I hope all my flowers don't freeze because I was wanting to do some eco dye paper.
I don't know what's with the weather this year. Crazy.
Okay. And I think I'm going to put this to the side. I don't think I want to use that. I want to use this and on this page. And I actually have this. I found it in a book and it's like old handwriting on it. But I want to use the bottom part of it because I don't actually want the handwriting on here. I want this as a journaling spot. So I'm going to tear right along the edge just a little bit. And then I'm just going to ink around there just a bit. Not hardly enough. Just sort of. And what I do if it's a vintage, I don't want to really ink it up because I like the natural tone. I just hold it and go along my edge. So I just get it on that edge just because that sort of brings it out if you have it on something that's the same color in the background. That's just one of those things I do. And I think I'll put this here. Oh, did you? You had beef Manhattans. Mushroom burgers sound good. Elena hates mushrooms, though. She doesn't like that at all, so. What is it, Elizabeth? Just don't use birds and butterflies. Oh, I know. I'm going to put some other stuff over there.
Bye. Good night, Mary.
I'm just trying to make sure I don't take up a massive amount of time, though. Good night, Mary.
Oh, the puns.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yes, indeed they are.
Oh, that's gross, Elizabeth. You guys are, that's just nasty.
And they taste like slugs.
So I'm going to leave that as a journaling spot and just put my tag in there that we made. I actually think I'm going to leave my butterflies back here, but I think I'm going to trim this down.
I hate to disagree with Elizabeth, but I'm pretty sure fireflies are nature's glitter.
Oh, see, Elena says that fireflies are nature's glitter.
They shine bright, and you can't miss them. And you find them everywhere. And you can never get rid of them.
Okay, so let me see. I want a little color in here, and I think this sort of goes along really well. And then with the burgundy, I think the little mushrooms on the side would look really good with a little cheesecloth under them. Yep.
I was watching one of your other videos or whatever, and one of the girls on Facebook had posted like a retro film journal, and it got me thinking, a schoolhouse rock.
Oh yeah, that'd be cute.
Yeah, like
She's over here coming up with junk journal ideas for me to make. Okay, let me find.
oh, poor Catherine.
Ooh, I bet. That's just, ooh. The whole slug thing turned me off.
Oh, nasty.
Ah, yes.
And I'm gonna put some cheesecloth on here because hey Penny, we need to have a craft and chat night where we just get on and just, not really have to pay attention to what we're doing.
Yes, ma'am. That sounds good.
And just sort of be able to hang out and chat. I know Friday we're doing our pajama PJ party thingy again.
I'm halfway there.
So maybe we can do that. Just
Okay, I could do that.
everybody bring something along to craft with. Okay, so there's that. So then we have the front. And on the front, I sprayed some cheesecloth with my pretty emerald spray. And I love this color. This is probably one of my favorite acrylic spray that I made. So I'm going to use art glitter glue. Yes, Catherine, he's a fun guy. You guys are so silly sometimes. And I love this emerald green. Trim that down a little bit. And then I have, I'll show you why I sprayed the emerald green. I have this pretty dragonfly. And I wanted him to be on my main page because I just think he sort of goes with the little pond and the green over there. So I'm going to put a nice coat of art glitter glue on him because I want to get through that cheesecloth and attach him to the book page really good. That's gross.
I have though, and it's a kid. It's not like popcorn.
Oh, to be a child again, I guess. I don't know. I don't remember ever sniffing slugs, but
You
hey.
never sniffed a slug?
No, I never sniffed a
Like,
slug.
you had like a slug in your hand and like you.
I don't think I've ever picked a slug up.
You never picked a slug up?
I can get past the sliminess.
Oh, yeah. Gross.
Mom, Wes is my brother. I'm used to it.
Oh, that's funny.
That's fine.
Everybody loves her. She's the sweetest little thing until she's not. But she's 14, so those times come and go,
Yeah.
Except when you touch my paper.
She's either the extremely happy the way she is, or it's horrid. Okay, and see, I got my dragonfly on the front. I love the way it looks with, I don't know, let me see if I can hold it up closer so you can see the color in it. See, it's that same emerald green color that my spray was. And I loved it. And I think it matches really good. And I sort of like this, it's sort of the, having the same color scheme across, because even this that sticks out has the green on it. And then, this has more of the pink and stuff in it, but. Penny, are you ready?
I'm ready when you are.
You guys are gross.
She's never lived if she hasn't sniffed a slug. Go sniff a slug.
Okay, I'm
Ew.
sending it to Penny.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, Penny, there you go.
No more sniffing slugs.
Gross.
All right, we're going to make a magic envelope. Yay! Out of book pages. Okay, so I have got a book page here that measures approximately 5 1/4 by 7 3/4. Okay. And we're going to make an envelope out of it. This is going to be a special kind of envelope, a magic envelope per se. So we're going to start by folding it like this. Very nice. Use your finger tool there to make sure that you got some good creases. We're going to bring this up and we're going to fold it up like this. Okay. And then we're going to fold this one down. Okay. All right. So then we're going to go and let's go ahead and get this all inked up, because you just got to ink it up. That's just part of it. Right, Dorothy? Got to ink it.
Yep.
Got to ink it up to make it look good. Okay, and then go ahead and fold it. That way you can make sure you get all your parts inked real good. Including your lip right there. Ta-da. Okay, let's do this side too. Just in case you want to paper clip this in instead of gluing it in. So let's make sure we do all sides. Ew. Ew, sniffing crickets. Oh, crickets are gross. Put a whole bunch of them somewhere and they stink worse than a fart. They're horrible. Ugh. Now, just one, I don't think would be too bad.
Gross.
I'm just saying. We have problems with crickets here in Texas during their season,
I know you're going to ask how we ended up.
and I literally spray my garage door with bug spray so they don't come in the house, because they all, like, for whatever reason, crowd around my garage door that goes out, to the garage from the washroom. And oh, they're so gross. Oh, they stink. They're horrible. Horrible. But they don't come in my house. Hardly ever find them in my house. Okay, so once we got that done, then we're going to open up our envelope. And here is the inside of our envelope. And boy, we're kind of white on this one. I thought I picked a darker page, but I didn't. That's okay. Okay, so on the inside of our envelope, I want to put something here. And I think I want some paper to write on. That's what I want. Okay, so I took a sheet of 8.5 by 11 and I ripped it in 4 I can't think now. 4 strips. Gosh, horrible. Okay, so there, once you got it in strips, you should be able, because you're going to rip it across the page. Take it and fold it in half. It should fit here. Well, it did when I folded it, so maybe not. All right, so we do need to trim it off a little bit. Not a problem. And we don't want this perfect because it's going in our junk journals. But we do want it to be able to fold close, so. Oh yeah, that'll work. Okay. So once you got it figured out there, let's go ahead and tear it in half because we don't want that much paper in there. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to make us a little tablet. Let me find just a little sliver of pretty paper to put at the top. Smashed dandelion. Ugh, gross. Okay. So at the top here, I'm going to go ahead and staple it. Would probably be the best idea. So let's staple it like right there. Okay. And got my little piece of paper that's pretty. Gonna run it along the top. Let's lay it in there and fold it over. Let's give it a second to stick. Yes, way off topic. Yes, stink bugs are nasty. Definitely, definitely, definitely. So, who has the mushroom digis? Does somebody have them out? Because I haven't seen any.
Oh, I used mushroom digital in my one part of my page.
Right, but did you purchase them from somewhere?
Yeah, Tracy Fox.
Oh, okay.
Love junk
Okay.
journals.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to lay that in there. Okay, that'll fit.
And I think My
Good.
Porch Prince has mushroom fussy cuts.
Oh, okay. All right. Then on this bottom one here, I'm going to flip it around so we can see. I should have darkened it here. Did not catch all the seams as I had planned. I thought somebody had posted a set for free, but I can't remember right off who it was. I'll have to think about that. Let me go ahead and
I'll
tack
see
this.
if I can find some. If I can find some, I'll post them in the Facebook group.
Okay, that sounds good. Tack them down so they stay out of the way.
Maybe that'll be Friday freebies.
Ooh, yay! Freebies. Okay, and so from here,
Well, I always try to put
we're going to go ahead and tack these down. Let's go ahead and
different
turn that
things up.
sideways. And I think I'm going to use some of this paper. And I think I'm going to go this way. My example that I'm looking at that I did before, I did it the other direction. But I think I like it this way better. Okay. Now I want to trim this one up as well. Right there. There we go. Okay, well, let's go ahead and ink these up as well. Okay, and let me go ahead and do this.
Yes,
one too.
Terry, Fields Notes does have mushrooms in it.
Okay, and let's see what I did with my hole punch. Dorothy, did you borrow my hole punch? You know, when you borrow stuff, you're supposed to put it back.
I have it. I'm sorry. I'm sending it over there to you.
Okay, thank you. Finally, gosh, you must have sent it by snail mail.
The Postal Service.
Okay, so this will be our first pocket down here. Right there. And I want to go ahead and, of course, I could do that here. And do this one too. Hopefully that does not too awfully bad. It's a little off, not perfect, but it's a little. We don't do perfect. Okay, so let me go ahead and tack this side down. Like that. Okay, and then we're going to do another one.
Catherine.
top of that one. What is she saying now? Oh, sending pictures of snails. Next thing you know, you'll be sending pictures of crickets. Please don't send pictures of crickets. They stink.
Like go flood the Facebook group of slugs.
Okay.
It's just full pictures of slugs.
Here we go. And let's go ahead and do this here just a little bit, so we don't got any ugly white showing anywhere. We're going to tack that in there like that. What is that? Is that a cricket, Catherine? Or is that a centipede? It's hard to tell. I'm blind here. It looks like a cricket.
I think I'm not sure. It looks like a cricket.
Ew. Catherine. Bad girl. You're sending the stinky crickets back to me. Okay.
You sound like my kids, Catherine. What? I didn't do it.
Yeah, right. Okay. And then you can just stick your ephemera in here. There. And then it folds up. Like that. And then on the outside, put a pocket here. Cut this one down.
I like
now.
that, Penny.
Well, thank
That would
you.
be perfect to put like in a, like in a swap or just to mail as a rack.
Yep. Okay, so we'll include this one.
Laney, take yourself away with your slugs and crickets.
And fleas and ants.
Okay, there's one for that side. And I need one for this other side. I wish I could find some more of this paper. I love this paper.
That's pretty. What kind is that? What is it? A certain brand?
Graphic 45. Graphic 45. And
love
all
that
I
stuff.
know,
I have their Home Sweet Home collection. I've been stashed in for years.
I think it may be called something like Life is Beautiful or something like that. But man, I love purple and butterflies, and this one just is so pretty. And I've been hoarding the scraps of it for so long. I don't like crickets though.
Yeah, Catherine, Graphic 45 is expensive.
Yeah, that's why I only have scraps of it. Because this girl can't afford it either. That's where I find it sometimes, is at Tuesday morning. That's the only place that has it that I can afford it. Or I find it, I used to buy lots of scrapbook paper, like off of Craigslist or Marketplace. And every now and then there would be some in something that I would purchase. And that's how I ended up with this sheet. Okay, so from here, you can stick here. And you can stick in here. Okay, and then it folds closed. And then we can put something on the outside here. Or not. But I think I want to, because I did this upside down, so I definitely want to put something there.
Hey, Penny, if you made your... Sorry.
That's okay.
If you made your triangles a little bit bigger next time, you could tuck your little tab down in there.
Actually, I can. It worked perfectly. Okay, so I think I'm going
That's so cute.
put this flower right here. Get down in there. Okay. Now, let me see. Let's put something kind of... There you go. Alrighty. When I get my flower to stay down, it'll be pretty cool. Yep. It just don't want to stay. I've been having problems with my glue. I don't know if it's the humidity here or what, but like I had to get the, what's that glue called that I have found that I'm not really caring for? Fabric Fusion. I can't get that stuff to stick. I can't use that stuff in my house. Everybody else says it works great. I have to use Fabrifix. That's all.
Yeah, I don't like the Fabric Fusion.
You
the
don't?
Fabri-Tac works good for me, but not the Fabric Fusion.
Good. I'm glad I finally found somebody that feels the same way. Okay, so we're done. And you just open it up, and you can actually tuck stuff in here because remember we just tucked the corners, so you could actually tuck in here if you wanted to. If I had some ephemera that was that small, see, you've got little tucks in there, and then you open it up, and you've got two envelopes. This would be like a hideaway back here that nobody can see, and then you got one here. And then you've got a tablet. And you can put something back here. And then you close it up. And tuck it in that little thingy doob right there. And make sure that you use some glue that works with your flower. I don't know where it went. In there. Now stay. There we go.
Cute.
Thank you. Back to you, Dorothy.
Okay, guys, I'm going to finish up the last thing that I'm adding to my page. And I was tearing Catherine, all the tearing was me.
I tore out 2 little strips, and I'll tell you about how wide that I did these. It works. These are about a half. This one's about a half an inch, and this one's about an inch. So, but I have some of these I got from Target. They're like pretty large size paper clips, and so I'm gonna ink this up really well, and I'm gonna ink both sides. Just around the edges on this one, not. Ink this up, and then we'll ink the small one. The small one, I will ink the entire thing quite heavily, actually. Okay. There we go. And this is pretty simple. Well, I won't do that. Then I've got my paper clip, and I want to basically, let me see. Oh, I had it upside down. There we go. It's supposed to be this way. I'm going to go in here and just slide my paper through there. And I just want to make sort of a little flag with a saying on it. I have to make sure that I do this right side up, which yep, there we go. Because if I don't pay attention to that, I do it upside down, and then it drives me crazy, and I have to redo it because I don't like the letters upside down. And I glue it, and then I just sort of tear off the little edges that might stick out because of where it was a torn edge. So it's not like it's even, although you could just cut a rectangle out if you wanted to. Then I'm going to grab the little darkened one and glue it. And I'm just going to sort of, oops.
Good night, Terry.
Forgot what I was doing, guys. And put some glue on here. And I wanted to put, oh, good night, Terry. Have a great day. Hope mom's doing good. And put a little glue on there. Oops, I dropped it. Then I'm going to come in and put the one that I inked really heavily on there. And then I have this, and it's one of the little quote strips and Tim Holtz, and I sprayed it with my emerald color that I did on my cheesecloth. One of those days. And I want to glue this in the middle. So I sort of have that little saying. It has been one of those all day.
Yes, ma'am.
And
I totally agree.
Put that in there.
Sorry.
Hold it down really good. Let it dry. And then I flip this to the inside. Oh, you're fine. I flip this to the inside so it goes across. That's what you can do. And then I'm going to come over here where I have my flap and I have my pocket. And then I can slide this down. And then move my little saying down. And then I sort of have this little, moving flag on the top that says use your wings. Let me try to hold it up so you can see it closer. See? I thought it turned out really cute. And you can do this. Oh my gosh, Terry, I am so sorry. Oh my gosh, I did not know that. That explains why I haven't seen you lately.
Oh.
Oh, bless your heart. Well, hugs and kisses to you.
Oh, Terry, so sorry.
Bless your heart.
Oh, now I just want to send you big hugs. Well, if you need anything, let us know, Terry. Or if you just need somebody to talk or anything like that, just give us a holler. So there I've got my little dragonfly and my little use your wings. So that is my little page completed. It sort of has this little pondy, insecty vibe to it. Night, Terry. Okay, Penny, you have anything else?
Yes, ma'am. I got one thing left. Just something short.
Okay, we're flipping back to Penny. That's what I saved my last to the little bit to the last. Thank you, Catherine.
Okay.
Thanks,
All right.
Elizabeth.
The last one I've got for you tonight.
And
Yes.
the paper clip's a closure. So
The last one I got for you tonight is a journal card, and just an easy journal card made out of book paper. Let me go ahead and I'm going to put an index card on the back of it. Well, y'all want some index cards that are really good for making journal cards. The ones at the Dollar Tree, they're a little bit thinner than cardstock, but thicker than paper. And man, they work really good to go on the back of your material that you're using for journal cards. So I was kind of disappointed in them when I bought them because I wanted to use them for something else. But hey, it's all good. Took that off right there. So I'm going to take this journal page on the brain. I'm going to take this text, and you know what? No, I can't do it that way. Okay. I'm going to try and line it up. Hopefully that works. If it don't, that's okay. All right, so we're going to glue that on there. Okay. And then we're going to trim off the excess. Yes, they work perfect for making journal cards. Or if you wanted to, make little fold-up cards to go in there that are lined, to go in your journals, they work good too. Okay. Okay, so we've got, well, if I can pick it up, hello. Nope. Did not get all of my edge here. Okay. Okay. One more side. Boy, I must have just got the excess off of there and ran. Okay, and then let me go ahead and ink the edges. Don't want to forget to do that. So we get a little gluier here, then makes it harder to do that. Who says journal cards have to be perfectly even around the edges? Not I. That's for certain. Okay. Oh, and let's make sure that we do the back, because that's where we're journaling. I should have used a coffee dyed one, but I didn't. But that's okay. I can do this a little bit, and there we go. Not so wide anymore. There we go. All right. Now our next little step is we're going to get a little bit of that Mod Podge out here. Find my little dish. Well, my nozzle is all. There it comes. Drip. All right, that'll work. Okay. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna cover this. Get the trash out of the way. Really light coverage. Yes, ma'am. Had to make sure them edges were inked. Didn't want the Catherine Patrol to come get me. Okay. Now I found these napkins. I think at Dollar Tree. No. Okay, back. I knew that was going to happen if I didn't cut that top off. Okay. See what happens when the paper starts curling? Alright, so lay it down and try not to get all them wrinkles in there. And of course, I've already taken all the layers off of the paper, or off the napkins. So, it's actually see-through, so you can see the poem through there. I'll go ahead and trim off this extra here. And I just cannot. It's like once you get it crooked, you can't ever get it straight again. You just can't go home. It's just done. There we go. Now, I've seen it where you can put an extra coat across the top, but I don't want to put that extra coat. I want that texture, being able to feel that napkin on the top, and I don't want it so plasticky feeling or anything like that. I want to leave it just like that, so when it dries, it's got plenty of texture. Okay. All right, and then let's see, what was I going to add?
Elizabeth said around the corners and you won't notice it so much.
Around the corners. Oh, I could do that. Hold on a second. I do. Pass that rounder back to me, Dorothy. Thank you.
Okay, there you go.
Hey, that's a nice little trick there. Thank you. There we go. Oh yeah, that looks so much better. Thank you. So much more gooder. Okay. Now I think I want to put a couple of these little pieces on there just to add a little more texture to it. And let's see. I think I want to use it like right here in this corner. Well, I'll say corner now, it's rounded, but rounded area. I am going to Mod Podge over it. So make sure it's good and on there. Good. Okay, and let's add a little piece over here as well. Okay, and trim that one up. Okay, I'm going to put some right up the center right here. Kind of like seaweed, only it's not green. Okay. Yes, it does, Catherine. It definitely does take a village. Okay. And let's see, was there anything else? Exactly. My seaweed is not green, it's pink. And I likes it that way. See if I can get this off of here. Yep, I think that'll do it. Okay. Let me go ahead. Got a little bit more Mod Podge left. Oh no, let me see. Yeah, I think that's gonna look good down there. Okay. Then I'm gonna put these at the bottom. They look like little pearls. Well, they are little pearls, but you know, little pearls that you find at the bottom of the ocean. But I think I'm gonna need more glue. There we go. Oh yeah, that's perfect. There you go, in the oyster shells. Exactly. I don't know what. Got a puddle, must have dripped. Let me see if I can find something to put right there. Perfect. All right, now we can do some trimming. There. Do some trimming over here. Lay down. Okay, and let's turn this one over as well. Got glue all over these scissors now. Stick, stick. Backups. See, and I really thought that there was a lot of glue stuck there, but not really. Now we know it's not going anywhere. All right. So now we've got a beautiful journal card to go in them pretty journal pockets. You got lines on the back and pretty on the front. As long as everything stays stuck down, we're good to go. You are right, Catherine. Thank you. Thank y'all for watching. Dorothy, I'm done,
I
huh?
like those seahorses.
Thank you.
Okay, I did come in and spray mine a little bit with the green, the emerald around the outside, just to add a little bit more color to this page because it was just sort of blank. And that really helped pop out a lot of the green in the picture. So that's what we ended up with. So if anybody has any questions or anything, Okay, I'll give everybody a second if you have any questions or. And thanks for tuning in tonight. It was a blast despite the insect jargon.
Hey, it was fun. Hey, we'll do it again on Friday night. More insect
Oh,
jargon.
thank you, Catherine. We really enjoy having you with us. Thanks, Mommy. We will be here. Oh, you guys stay as snug as a bug in a rug. You guys all stay safe and healthy. And we will be here Friday for our Friday night pajama party. Now, remember, on Fridays, we don't start till 9:30. It's sort of like a after the kids are in bed thing and all of that. So feel free to wear your jammies. And it's a craft along. So everybody just sort of gabs and chats and crafts. So we will see you then. You guys have a great night. And we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye, ladies.
Bye, ladies. Bye, Penny.
Bye.